Stimulus Center coming to Appling for almost a year now. That's the building you see right here behind us. But we have pictures of the progress. Just last week they had an update, and it's massive.
Right, and we just saw new drone video ahead above of it, so we could just see how big it is. Columbia County leaders say a second center will now break ground in that very same business park. That's where we find News 12's Nick Proto. He's right off I-20 near Appling Harlem Road. Nick, what can you tell us about the second facility?
Well, this new building is going to be a sortation or a sorting center. And when I asked the Columbia County Development Authority what the difference between that and the current fulfillment center is, they tell me absolutely everything. Now, the fulfillment center has been in progress for months now. That's much bigger. It's got more technology and robotics. The sorting center is much smaller scale on the tech side. Because of that, it won't take as long to finish. They'll both be done by the end of the year. The sorting center takes packages from different fulfillment centers across the Southeast and gets them where they need to be. Robbie Bennett with Columbia County Development Authority says he expects a lot more part-time workers at the sorting center, meaning hundreds of jobs should be coming to the area on top of the 800 plus we can already expect from that fulfillment center.
Completely different processes and opportunities, but two great projects for a company that is making a big impact in the region.
Now, Bennett says just because we have a sortation center in the area doesn't mean we're going to get next-day shipping or one-day shipping. It all depends on if the fulfillment center has the product that you need. We'll talk about how you can get involved in this coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
All right, thanks for that, Nick. A lot of us were wondering, does that mean one-day shipping? So thanks for clarifying that. But still, exciting we have so many jobs coming.
We're also following news out of the nation's capital this afternoon. President Joe Biden officially signing that nearly $2 trillion COVID relief bill into law. Here's another look at what's in the bill. It's an extension of federal unemployment benefits at $300 a week. That's money to help schools reopen, increase vaccine distribution, and support for state and local governments. It also includes a tax credit up to $3,600 per child. When it comes to stimulus checks, Congress says they're going to start going out this month. It'll be a $1,400 payment for people making $75,000 a year or less, $2,800 for couples making less than $150,000. Much more news ahead after we take a quick look outside. That's the Calhoun Expressway on
sunset if they do stick around, but we are expected to be mostly clear and then mostly sunny as we head into our Friday. We're expected to stay nice, folks, the next several days. What we're going to focus on in that full forecast coming up is that big pattern shift bringing rain early next week.
Riley, thanks a lot. South Carolina investigators are looking into the death of a college student from Edgefield. Officials telling us 19-year-old Michael Ryan Wood died on Furman University's campus yesterday. He was a first-year student, a member of the school's mock trial team, a member of a fraternity on campus as well. SLED and Furman University police say they're still trying to determine how he died. They don't believe anything suspicious happened. But in a statement, Wood's father says the family is grateful for all the prayers pouring in for his son. And while their hearts are broken, they say they know he loved the Lord and his family. We're told more information on the funeral and memorial services will be released just as soon as it becomes available.
Just into our newsroom in the last half hour, and an update on the case of a missing Richmond County teenager. We've been telling you about 14-year-old Destiny Hamlet since last night. Deputies just telling us she has been found safe and sound. Love to pass on that good news.
With more groups now eligible for COVID vaccines, we're seeing people waste no time getting those shots. This was the scene at Oasis Church earlier today in Hepzibah. Gold Cross out there administering the doses. It's a free first-come, first-served clinic. Gold Cross says it's just part of their effort to get vaccine into more of our communities.
When we first started with the vaccinations being available, our boss actually said, hey, we need to focus and find a way to get it out to the population that is not able to come up here, that is not in this demographic, so to speak, that has readily available access to things.
Gold Cross says they're planning more outreach events and pop-up clinics in the future. They're still working to finalize when and where.
Another group getting vaccinated are educators. Check out these pictures sent to us from Burke County. The school district there hosting its own drive-through distribution today. County leaders say they had more than 300 people signed up to get their first dose. Their second doses have been scheduled for April 15th after the county's spring break. Vaccination clinics for Aiken County educators. Those start tomorrow at Midland Valley High School. Teachers and staff, you should have gotten an email to sign up, but you can also sign up on the district's website. On the Georgia side, AU Health is hosting 2 clinics at their Washington Square location, one tomorrow, then one on Saturday. For details on how to register, just head on over to our website or Wrdw app. We have what you need pinned to our homepage. Done the homework for you, and it's easy to find.
Today, families all across South Carolina are reacting to the state's change in rules for nursing home visits.
A lot of people excited about it. Just yesterday, the governor and DHEC updated guidelines, making it a requirement for facilities to allow in-person indoor visitation as long as they meet certain requirements. Now, here's a look at those requirements. If the county where the facility is located has a percent positivity rate of 10% or less, if there's been no COVID cases in the past 14 days, and if the facility follows federal guidelines on COVID prevention.
Emily Wakeman has been talking with families with loved ones in a nursing home and has more on how they're feeling about these new changes.
We were thrilled that there was going to be that opportunity because we know until he's allowed visits with his family, he's not going to improve.
For many families, getting to be inside the walls of a nursing home to see their loved ones has been a year in the making.
You can be away from somebody a day, a week, or even a month, and it'll make you sad. But when you're kept from them for a year, that, in my opinion, is just downright inhumane.
Lori Lawhorn says she's seen her mother twice in a year, but hasn't been able to hug her. Angel Rice says she's only gotten to see her nephew through a window.
It's time. We've lived a year of doing this.
The new guidelines say that facilities must allow in-person indoor visitation if DHEC's data shows the facility's county to have a percent positive of 10% or below, and there's been no COVID cases among staff or residents for 14 days.
There's definitely a great need to make sure that the individuals in long-term care facilities are being provided the care that they need, and part of that care is contact.
But some families say their nursing homes are saying nothing will change.
We called as soon as the announcement was made, and they were like, nope, it's up to our discretion, and we're not going to do it.
When I read it, I don't think anything will change for us.
Lori Harris says she wishes the guidelines clarified whether they could be in the room with their loved ones.
My mother would rather die being with her children than sit in that room over and over, day after day after day by herself.
DHEC says 177 facilities were not allowing visitation. 43 cited percent positive as the reason, but are in counties where the percent positive is below 10%.
If 177 homes in our state chose not to allow this, I don't think it's just because of COVID. I think it's because they're not prepared for those visits. They're not prepared for us coming in after a year of nobody being in there.
DHEC says 100% of the state's nursing homes have completed their first COVID vaccination clinic. 86% have completed their second. We're following some breaking news for you out of Columbia, just up I-20. You're looking live where officials say multiple people have been shot at a motorcycle shop. You are taking, again, a live look at that scene where the Richmond County Sheriff's Department is investigating. So far, we know multiple people were shot. There are multiple injuries. This happened just after 4 capital city cycles on Two Notch Road, just off Interstate 77, again, about an hour and 10-15 minutes away from Augusta if you're trying to place this in your head. But yeah, we're following multiple people shot at a motorcycle shop in Columbia.
We'll let you know just as soon as we learn more from that scene over in Columbia. A South Carolina lawmaker wants to rename the University of South Carolina's basketball court. A representative from Charleston wants to see the court named in honor of the school women's basketball head coach Dawn Staley. The arena would still keep the name Colonial Life Arena because Colonial Life Insurance Company pays for those naming rights of the venue, but the actual court itself would be named after Coach Staley. Since taking over as head coach in 2010, she's led that team to unprecedented success, including a national championship and 6 of the last 7 SEC championships. There's no denying the force of the Lady Gamecocks and their coach.
Oh yeah, she is a force to be reckoned with. And before we head to break, a quick shout out to our own basketball stars, the Josie girls basketball team, state champs. Take a look at these shots. They beat out Fannin County in the state finals in Macon this afternoon. It was a close one, 47-42. Sports director Mike Yakonis was there. He speaks to the newly crowned champs tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock. But again, congratulations. So exciting.
Well done, yeah.
Definitely a big congrats to our Josie girls there. We are expecting a beautiful day tomorrow. If you want to hit the lake, that lake is close to full pool, and they're expecting highs close to 80. Take a look at some rain heading our way early next week in that full forecast.
George St. fought for our country, and he fought for me.
My law firm wants to help you. Just call Paul Knight.
New first at 5, we are getting our first look at the new design plans for the James Brown Arena project. Take a look. It is pretty striking.
It looks real to me. Is that already built? That was fast, right? Well, in a meeting happening right now, project leaders are presenting these updated designs to Augusta city leaders to give them their first look at the plans. That's where News 12's Kennedy Harris is. She joins us live from the Bell Auditorium with more on what changes we can expect. Kennedy, it looks pretty exciting.
And the new James Brown Arena project has been years in the making, and today we got our first look at the new biggest investment for the city of Augusta. Take a look at the new designs. The new JBA will have public space outside and public art fixtures and meeting spaces. The size of the arena will be equivalent to a 10-story building, almost the size of the Marriott Hotel downtown. It's one of the only facilities in the state that will house 2 venues under one roof. The Bell Auditorium will be attached to the arena. And if they get funding from SPLOST 8 and the November bond referendum, construction for the project can start as early as next year.
All right, thanks for that, Kennedy. We'll try to get that video for you a little bit later. You got a little tease about it, but it's got art on the outside.
Yeah.
It's got some redesign inside. And Richard, seeing just the video, even though it was a computer generation of a concert, just to think about getting back in a live concert at full capacity again, wouldn't that just be great?
It's a modern-looking space, and we're excited about that. But the voters have a lot of on their plate with the SPLOST. If they say yes or no, that's going to help fund this James Brown Arena. Let's have a look outside now and check in with Chief Meteorologist
Rise ahead to enjoy.
Riley, thanks. Sorry to run this at dinner time, but if you're craving turkey legs, fish fries, funnel cakes, you're going to want to hear this. The South Carolina State Fair bringing back its Fair Food drive-through event. This is video from their drive-through back in October, but next month you're going to be able to get all your favorite fair foods right there at the fairgrounds in Columbia without leaving your car. It's going to be open April the 6th through the 11th from 10 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, so it's easy drive from the Augusta area. Also on the menu, fried Oreos, corn dogs, candy apples, you name it, it's all right there.
Oh, everything fried is good. I had a fried PB&J at our last fair.
Did you really?
That's actually good. Seriously, you can fry anything, I promise. All right, if that made your stomach growl, there's plenty of time to make it out to the Augusta Greek Festival's Greek to Go drive-through. Oh, you were taking a live look over there on Telfair Street.
That's the one.
I know, right? Can I say that 3 times fast? It is kicking off its 32nd year there, and y'all, the food there is so good. I wish you could smell it. I mean, I feel like I could smell it through the TV. The parking lot at the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church is just transformed into this restaurant. If you can hop in line, you can do so with your car. You can also pre-order online all weekend long. You can also order with Augusta to Go, so you can get it brought to you. Organizers do ask, though, you use 9th Street to Telfair. Access the drive-through that way. The online orders, those are picked up in the parking lot on 10th Street right behind the church. And they run a tight ship. They know how to do this.
Every reporter we send over for a live shot for decades comes back talking about not only the quality of food, but how good it smells right
Oh, my
there
goodness, it
on
does.
that block.
Y'all, if you like gyros, those are some good gyros.
Let's just hang out on this live shot for the next 5 or 10 more minutes. That'd be punishment, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
What's going on in Augusta right now? Still to come here, the nation's new child tax credit putting more money in parents' pockets. We're on your side breaking down all those details for you when we come back.
A full year apart, separated by glass, time, and COVID.
I promised her I'll be there every day, and I did, up until they locked the door. And I miss her.
Families at a standstill. Tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
From start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com to schedule your free in-home consultation.
That new child tax credit just signed into law as part of the National COVID Relief Bill is something that'll send some extra money to most American families.
Yes, and it's expected to put hundreds of more dollars in parents' pockets. Natalie Brand is breaking down the details and how long we might see the credit last.
Yeah, she just turned 1 today.
Isabel Sierra and her husband have 4 children and have struggled to make ends meet during the pandemic.
Yes, very hard. Very hard.
The motion is adopted.
Millions of parents are about to get more money after the new COVID relief bill is signed into law. Individuals making up to $75,000 and couples earning $150,000 will receive $3,600 per child under the age of 6 and up to $3,000 for children ages 6 to 17, an increase from the previous $2,000. There's also a unique change for parents like Sierra. She previously did not make enough to receive a child tax credit.
I didn't qualify.
The new benefit does not require parents have a job or earn a minimum income.
It's the biggest single action toward reducing poverty that's been taken in a long time.
Elaine Mogg from the Urban Institute is among the experts who believe the new money could help lift at least 4 million children out of poverty. The legislation aims for payments to be made monthly and start this summer. But right now, the measure only lasts a year.
What happens after that? It's unclear. We do have a history of it being very difficult to take away benefits in the tax system once we have them there.
Democrats are expected to push to make the credit permanent, while Republicans are offering their own proposals. The payments could add up to more than $13,000 for Sierra on top of the new stimulus check.
It'll help out, get them clothes, get them whatever they need, save money for the future.
She says it could also help her afford child care so she can work more. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
We are expecting beautiful weather to continue this weekend. Just a few more clouds than the sunny days we've enjoyed the past few. Now look at that 7-day forecast next.